Welcome to the Real Estate Investing Morning Show with your hosts, Wayne and Gabby.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, real estate investors, and welcome to the Canadian Real Estate Investing Morning Show. It's not very common that we have tenants moving out. It seems like almost every year, all of our tenants renew. However, it can still happen, and it does still happen, and so we have only one tenant moving out at the end of this month.
Yes.
And it got me thinking this morning, hey, we haven't done a tenant move out episode in a while. So today, what I'd like to do is walk through it with you guys, the whole tenant move out checklist. When a tenant is moving out, how does it work? What do we do? What are the steps that we need to complete throughout the whole process?
Mm-hmm. I think everybody loves a good checklist. I know that I do. Life gets so busy, and I find especially like in the summer when our routines are already out of whack and, you know, we're traveling, we're entertaining kids, you know, like all the things are happening. It's so easy to forget the little details. And so I love having a good checklist to keep me in check, literally.
Yeah.
And keep me from dropping balls. And I think that you guys are really going to love this, and I hope that you take notes and that you create your own little checklist. And yeah, I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Just noticed something today. We are coming up on 4 months now. 4 months we've been doing the Canadian Real Estate Investing Morning Show live on YouTube. I was wondering. I'm like, I was getting prepped. I was getting my makeup done. And I looked at our makeup designer person, and I said,
Makeup designer person. Okay.
Yeah, I'll learn her name one of these days.
So she's designing makeup.
She designed. It's God. Don't talk about things you don't know. So I'm looking at her. I'm looking in the mirror, and she asked, "How long you been doing this?" And I said, "I have no idea." And I looked it up, and next week is 4 months.
Very
4 months.
cool.
And you know what else I noticed? That the anniversary of it, so we started, the first day was May 1st. And so the 4 month anniversary is September 1st. Okay. And then I realized, holy shit, September is next week.
Yes. It is.
And that just snuck up on us. We ruined it. We ruined the whole summer. It's gone. Put away your white pants. It's over. Labor Day is here. Summer's over. The weather is going to start turning. And we have a special guest this morning. Our weather girl Everly is here. In case you're curious what the weather is looking like today, we're broadcasting this live from Edmonton, Alberta. But what's the weather looking like in Edmonton, but across the country as well?
The weather today will be 25 degrees in Edmonton, 26 degrees in Vancouver, 22 degrees in Winnipeg, 25 degrees in Hamilton, and 27 degrees in Halifax.
Terrific weather across the country.
Thanks, Evie. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful summer day.
Isn't she beautiful too?
She is.
Isn't she beautiful? She's had a rough couple of weeks, but she's strong like bull. She's tough as nails. And we're really proud of her for everything. I see in the chat here, Kyla says, makeup artist. Makeup artist. Yeah, that does sound a little bit better.
Yeah.
My face is her canvas.
That's exactly it. It's exactly it.
Wasn't that a song?
No.
What else we got going on in the live chat here today? Thank you guys for joining us live on YouTube. If you guys would like to join us, all you got to do is just search up the Canadian Real Estate Investing Morning Show or Wayne Hillier, Real Estate Investing Coach, at 7 a.m. every weekday morning. We are here and full of fun, education, and shenanigans. And it's good to see everybody here live with us. I see.
Yeah, everybody's coming in saying good morning. Kyla says that can be your next single.
Oh.
My face is her canvas.
My face is her canvas.
Yes. Good morning, you guys. Thank you for being here. Sorry for Wayne's whatever is happening over here.
Good morning to Leanne as well. And good morning to Charn. Good morning to Francis. Good to see you again. Mm-hmm. Did I say Carmen?
Yeah, Carmen's here.
Kirsten, good morning, guys. Other news.
Yes, please.
You ready for it?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I picked up another property.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Whoop, whoop. Another accepted offer.
Another accepted offer. Goodness gracious. It's been, I'm having fun.
Yeah. I can see that. Again, back in that group chat.
Yeah.
I can tell that you're having fun.
What a busy group chat yesterday. Holy shit snacks. Well, across like 5 different group chats because we have so many things going on.
Yeah. So I know that you can mute like Messenger and like WhatsApp and stuff. Can you mute like iMessage chats?
You don't need to mute.
I would have loved to yesterday.
Yeah.
No.
You got a front row experience in a masterclass of negotiation.
Yeah, there's a lot of negotiations going on. Lots of considerations regarding condo documents, as well as inspection reports. So pulling lots of stuff from each of those.
Well, that was a completely separate negotiation. There's lots of negotiation going on.
Yeah, I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, because I don't have condo documents yet for the one that we got yesterday. But yeah, there's lots of different negotiations going on for lots of different properties. This was just the newest one that we added to the fold yesterday.
I can't keep up.
It's a lot. I'm surprised our realtor can keep up.
Yeah.
Another cash flowing rental property got an accepted offer yesterday. That one took a little bit longer and a little more consideration, but we got her locked up, and I'm excited for it. I think I'm gonna try and get one more. I was gonna try and do it yesterday, but it was just too busy. There is still one more, possibly 2, that I'm looking at very closely. I'm just trying to space it out a little bit. But yeah, another cash flowing rental property, great property. You're gonna love it. In a great area. I know that I got this for like I got it for at least 15, maybe 20% under market value.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. I don't think this person knew what they had. Either that or they just wanted it gone quickly.
Get rid of it. Yeah, price it to move.
But it is turnkey, ready. It needs absolutely nothing. Granted, I might find some things during the home inspection, some little tighten here, a little tweak there, a little replace there. But like, when I went in there, it is, wait till you see the yard. I haven't shown you the yard. Wait till you see the yard. You're gonna be like, oh shit, nice job, Wayne.
Wait, did you do a live video on this one?
Not saying.
Oh, okay, because I did see a really cute yard in one of your lives. Okay.
Maybe. It needs absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I love that. Yesterday when you told Everly and I that we got another accepted offer, so we like always refer to our properties either by like the neighborhood or the street name or the complex name, or like we pull something. We pull some kind of name. And so
you're not going to say it, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But it was funny because you came and you told Everly and I, and Everly kind of rolls her eyes and she's like, okay. And she like listed off like the last 3 and she's like, so what now? Just kind of like, yeah. She knows all the names. She's like, okay, I know that we just got this one and this one and this one.
I don't know.
So what now? I was surprised that she remembered the names for those.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Because like,
I don't even know what's going on right now.
We need to do names like code names. Yeah. Otherwise, because a lot of the addresses are numbers.
Yeah.
Like I won't be able to remember 14307, 131 Street, 131A Street. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. 12223 1323 Street. Like it's you would not believe how many addresses we have like that. It's absolutely, you'll never remember them all. So yeah, code names is really helpful. But this one's an easy code name. I'm excited for it. It's relatively quick possession. It's going to be about 45 days. So we're going to be picking up quite a bit, I think, in October. I think October is going to be very busy. And I'm kind of regretting it now because now I'm like, oh shit, these are going to be difficult to fill. But they're also great properties, so I'm hoping for a nice, easy. I hope that they just show so well that they.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it gets really hard to fill a vacancy until like November, December, January. So I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Good job, honey.
Thank you. So, and as well, we've got one other that I need to remove conditions on today. So I'm aggressively negotiating on that one. That's what you were seeing a lot of yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
Was now that I have all of my
reports,
I've done all my due diligence. I have all my reports. I have all my reference material. Now it's a matter of going back and forth with the seller to justify some renegotiation. There were some things that were found on one of them, and I'm gonna get what's owed. I'm gonna make sure that I get the best possible deal for us and for our investors.
In the live chat, Kyla says, "You got this. There's no one better."
Thank you. I know which strings to pull and which buttons to push and how to get the best possible deal. This one's a little challenging. They're a little more stubborn, so I want to make sure I get the best. I want to make sure I get the best possible deal. At the very least, I want to make sure that I'm compensated for the things that need to be done. Right. I think that one of them, it's got about $7,000 worth of work to do. Normally, I anticipate about $2,000 to $3,000. This one's gonna be about $7,000 to $8,000. Okay. And so, because there was some water damage, because there was just some things needed, like a dryer needs to be repaired, a dishwasher needs to be repaired. Like this stuff, if it's not just a quick, easy fix of like $300 or $400, it's gonna be $1,500 to $2,000. So
yeah, and that
adds up.
And that comes out of your pocket. It doesn't get financed into, you're not getting money lent on it. So yeah, that adds into the money that you have in the deal, right?
And when you have more money in the deal, you get a worse return on investment, right? So when you're looking at the return on investment calculation, it's the total profit divided by your investment. And if you increase the denominator, then ultimately what's going to happen is your percentage is going to be lower.
Yeah.
Bad for 7 a.m.
Ultimately, I love when the seller will take care of those things, and I'd rather pay the initial offer that I gave them and have them fix the things that needs to be fixed than to have them reduce the price and me have to put in money out of pocket that's not financed. So my ideal situation is paying what I wanted to pay, and you take care of this list of things that are going to need to be repaired before I take possession.
That's exactly what I actually proposed. I said,
oh, did you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I proposed. I gave a long scroll, like a laundry list, and just rolled it out on the table and said, here's all the things that need to be done. We would prefer that you would do it and have it done before we take possession. And then 96 hours before we take possession day, we will go in and verify it. And there'll be a holdback to make sure that you guys are held accountable to it. That's what I want too, because I don't want to put any money in. And the worst case scenario, they don't, then we have a $5,000 holdback to be able to use, in the event that that they don't. But in my experience, I don't think a seller has ever agreed to it. They always just say, hey, we'll just take money off the price. And in that case, I'm going to take off more than what it's going to cost, because if I have to deal with that and it's coming out of my own pocket, or our investors' pockets, then we're going to be compensated for that. Yeah. I'm not going to take on 3 weeks worth of work and headaches and then whatever else I find afterwards once we open it up. Yeah.
And it increases vacancy time too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We would prefer a turnkey property and get a tenant in immediately. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Deadline, I think, is tonight at like 6 or 7 p.m. And I'll stop doing that one of these days. Deadline's at probably about 7 p.m. tonight, I think. And then, so it's going to be a busy day. Lots of messages in the group chat. Okay. So expect that. Prepared. But hopefully we'll get that removed. It's a great property as well.
Cool. I'm excited. You're going to have to send me the links so I can look at them today.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we're going to take a quick little commercial break. I hope that you guys are doing lots of shit too. It's not just us. I hope you guys are wheeling and dealing. I hope you guys are writing offers. Let us know in the chat if you are.
Yeah. Well, Kirsten says, yeah, you did. There's some good shit out there right now.
Hell yeah. Let us know. Are you guys wheeling and dealing? Are you writing offers? I mean, they're sitting right out there.
Yeah.
I'm taking them. You just gonna let me have all of them? Come on. Come on. What's holding you back?
Give us a little competition.
What's holding you
easy.
back? What
Too
can we do
easy.
to help you guys? I know for sure that the tenant move-out checklist has nothing to do with this. Has nothing to do with this. We're going to teach you that today. We're going to show you our checklist for when tenants move out, and we're getting ready for new tenants to move in. But I mean, let's be real here. Sorry, I lagged out.
There's a little glitch.
Let's be real here. Something else is preventing you guys from doing this. We're telling you where all the opportunities are. We're sharing with you. We're giving you negotiation tips. Why aren't you buying properties? Let me know in the chat. What can I help with? Maybe we can cover it on the show tomorrow. Wouldn't it be fucking cool if someone told me the reason they're not in the chat, and then tomorrow we have an episode where we cover it and we help them, and then that night they go out and buy a property?
So cool.
It'd be
So
even
cool.
cooler if you stole one from me.
I'd even call that dope.
We don't use that word loosely around here. That would be mega dope. All right, quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about how to go about, what do you need to do, and the checklist that you need in order to, I can't put my words together. Can you finish the sentence?
What do you need to do when you have a tenant who is moving out? A checklist for that when we come back.
What she said.
Real estate investors need to treat debt differently than homeowners, and at Kirkland and Brennan Mortgage Group, we understand that. For the last 11 years, we've helped real estate investors plan and build their portfolios. We understand how to help you avoid fees, penalties, getting yourself stuck, and making sure that the deal you're doing today doesn't stop the deal you want to do tomorrow. You can reach out to Keaton, Keaton, at kbmortgages.ca. Put plan in the subject line, and we'll help you build a plan and then realize it for your real estate goals. We also coordinate with the other professionals like your accountant, lawyer, realtor, and we will help you build your portfolio. So reach out. We'll do our best to help. Thanks, guys.
You've got showings, lease signings, suite renos, condo board meetings, credit checks, mortgage financing, and every so often the tenant clogs the sink because they shoved macaroni down there. Stop. Breathe. Leave the bookkeeping to Fingo. Fingo is specialized real estate bookkeeping by real estate investors with tailored services for maximum returns. Save time. Enhance your returns. Claim the plumbing repair for that ridiculous macaroni fiasco. Book your free consultation at fingo.com.
Summer. While everyone's getting distracted, this is when the market gets quiet. Not because the opportunities disappear, but because the people do. Vacations, long weekends, these are the distractions I'm talking about. And that's exactly when serious investors make their moves. At Calvin Realty, this is one of our favorite windows. Less competition, more flexibility, and sellers who are actually open to negotiating. While everyone else is stepping away, we're stepping in. If you're looking to buy right, not just buy fast, this is your edge. Calvin Realty. Opportunity doesn't take time off.
Sure don't. I see in the chat here, what do we got?
Kyla got a firmed up offer for one of her clients.
Ooh.
Which is awesome.
Kyla is a realtor, investor-focused realtor in Central Alberta. If you guys are looking for a great realtor, whether it be for your home or for an investment property, reach out to Kyla. And
it looks like
does Kyla go by Kyla Peters, or does she go by Kyla Peters Quinnell? I've never asked her.
I mean, both are
But
sitting
if you're
right
looking,
there.
if you're looking her up, look up Kyla Peters Quinnell. That way, they're like Kyla Realtor.
Kyla, correct me if I'm wrong. Big Earth Realty, I think.
Big girth?
Earth.
Jesus. That is inappropriate, Kyla.
Okay, you made it inappropriate.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, stop, Wayne, now. We're moving on from that. It looks like her and Fabian are also working on getting a flip project for the winter, which is awesome. And I was right. Big Earth Realty. So you can look that up as well.
Say it slowly.
Wayne, stop.
Okay, all right.
I'm not indulging you. Leanne. Looks like Leanne and Kyle are working on a joint venture partners. Yay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Manny, stop
Let's
encouraging
go.
him.
Hang
All
on.
of a sudden the chat livens up.
I told you there was going to be shenanigans, and you should have. Okay, so you always got to run a company name by Wayne before you incorporate. I'm just kidding. I hope that it gets her more attention.
We don't like that.
She's
kind
a
of
great
attention,
realtor.
Wayne.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry.
You need to
I'm,
stop.
I'm being inappropriate.
You are.
But Kyla's a great realtor.
She is.
I'm sorry. The cool thing is I can always just cut this out. So Kyla, here's what you can do because we're live right now. All you have to do is just send me a message to say cut that out, and I will cut that out.
It's not hers. It's her brokerage.
Oh shit! They don't listen.
And Kyla also says that the flip that they're looking to do is with a possible joint venture as well. Yeah, look at these guys. Just doing cool shit.
I want to go back because I was being inappropriate and I was cackling like a cackler. But Leanne and Kyle working on joint venture partners with the crossed fingers.
Yes.
I really like that.
Yes.
Really like that a lot. Sorry. We did a joint venture challenge, 30-day joint venture challenge a few months ago. That was in May, right?
I think so.
And I was really, really proud of everyone in REI Masters who participated in that. And one of the big things that we talked about was that the fact that don't expect to get a joint venture in 30 days.
Yes.
But what we want to do is we want you to get the work started for 30 days in order to get the ball rolling, because joint venture partners don't just land on your lap. They don't fall in your lap. You got to do consistent work over and over and over again, and then just one day randomly they'll just show up and they'll be like, hey, I want to do a deal with you, and you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? It's because all the work you did ahead of time, right? You got to be consistent. So Kyle and Leanne have been extremely consistent and putting themselves out there and marketing themselves. And it's working. And I'm really happy to see that you guys are getting closer and closer to getting that joint venture partner. And I'm really excited to also see Kyla and Fabian as well, working on getting a flip project for the winter. Great time to get a flip project right now.
Yes, perfect.
Perfect time to get a flip project. I've been thinking about
You're going to get a great deal right now, and it's perfect timing to line up for the spring market.
I've been thinking about fixing flips a lot. I'm like, should we do a workshop? No, not for us.
Oh,
God,
I
no.
was like, God, no.
No, we're way too busy. But
workshop.
Maybe a workshop, because it's that time of year. As the leaves start to change, that's when it's a good time to go buy a fix and flip. And Kyla also says that their flip is going to be a possible joint venture as well. So they're going to get joint venture partners potentially to fund it. That's amazing.
Yeah, so cool. So cool.
Okay. My introduction to this today's main topic, was an absolute train wreck before the break. I'm hoping that you can introduce this again. For some reason, I can't seem to put my words together when I want to say it. But we're talking about tenant move-out checklist.
Yeah. So, when you know that you have a tenant who is going to be moving out and they're not going to be renewing with you, there's a series of events that really need to happen to make sure that you are prepared for everything that needs to happen before they move out, when they move out, and after they've moved out. There's kind of like, I see it as like 3 sections to this. It's like pre-move out, move out, and post-move out. And there's things that need to happen at all of those stages. And if you're not prepared for this and you don't, communicate everything that needs to be communicated, and you don't do everything by the, Residential Tenancies Act, and, you don't know what needs to be sent afterwards, then you can find yourself in landlord jail, for lack of better terms. You can find yourself in some hot water if you don't do things properly.
True.
So it is important that you know the process, that you follow the Tenancy Act, and that you are prepared in advance for the process that needs to happen. So we are going to go through those steps and lay them out for you. So grab your notepads, grab your pen, and make your own little checklist right now as we go, and then turn that into something. Either throw that into AI or pull up, Excel or Word, and make your own checklist that you can pull up every time you have a tenant that is preparing to move out.
Because you can bet your bottom butt you're going to forget something.
Yes. Wayne reminded me today of something I wouldn't have forgotten because I would have pulled up my checklist, but I was like, oh, I should have probably done that already.
Yeah. But she was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
I was like, ooh, thanks. I'll do that today.
So typically about a 45 days before the end of a lease, we typically send out an email to our tenants. Hey, your lease is coming to an end. These are 12-month fixed term leases, and this is in Alberta, by the way. So we are not obligated to automatically renew leases. The tenants have no rights to stay. It's at the end of a 12-month lease, a fixed term lease. It is done. It needs it. If nothing is said, then it just ends, and the tenant is required to move out, unless both parties unanimously agree that they want to either extend it or create a new lease. And in that case, you would renegotiate whatever terms or keep the terms the same or the rent the same, and then sign the document. In this case, this tenant that we have moving out on August 31st, they have opted to not renew. They can no longer afford it, they said. And so when we sent out the renewal offer, did we propose an increase?
No, I believe we offered to keep rent the same.
Okay.
It was slightly below market rent, but we would have loved to keep them, and we're happy with the rent that we were getting for it. So we offered to keep rent the same. However, their circumstances had changed.
Yeah.
And, that's okay. There's no hard feelings. They said they would have loved to stay. They just can't afford it anymore. And we weren't willing to decrease the rent anymore because we're already sitting a little bit below market.
Right.
So we knew that if they did leave and we got new tenants, we would also be bumping that back up to where the market rents are sitting today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how long do these tenants stay?
I believe they were with us for 3 years. I'd have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. I like that run. I like a 3-year tenant. That's great.
I was expecting a lot more, but based on them and the tenant profile, I expected them to stay significantly longer, but affordability became the issue for them, which is completely understandable. Yeah. And they opted to not renew. So we got that information about 45 days out. Mm-hmm. So that gives us lots of time to prep and plan. Yes. And so one of the first things that I want to do after they say that they're not planning to renew is I need to figure out, okay, I need to prepare my listing for advertisement. I need to be able to get my listing for this rental property all prepared, ready to go, so that when they move out or in the last month, I have the opportunity to start advertising to find a suitable replacement. Now, before I can do that, obviously I've got my pictures. Obviously I've got my listing information. The bedrooms haven't changed. The bathrooms haven't changed. You know what I mean? There's still the same amount of, and certainly the area in which this property has not changed either. So all of that is fixed. I can just copy
Pull
paste
it up,
that. What I can't copy paste is the rent. I could, but like you said, it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years since then. And in the Edmonton real estate market, rents have been going continuously up since then. And now we've done some small increases over that time, but we are ready now to increase it even more to get it back up to market rent. And the way to find out what the market rent, what to charge for it, is to do a market rent study. So that's what I did right at that stage, and that's what you guys need to do at this stage as well, is to do a market rent study, go and review other similar properties, find out what this property, a similar property like this, is renting for right now, to figure out what you should be charging for rent.
Sorry.
Well, I need to clear my throat. You need to wet your whistle.
Great timing to pass that off as you saw me picking up my coffee cup.
I got a frog in my throat this morning.
Yes. So Wayne did go through and do that. I let Wayne take care of that stuff. He's our numbers guy. He's our figuring out what rents are, what prices of properties are, all that stuff.
I'm very, very, very good.
You are very good at it.
Real estate studies and market rent studies.
And you're fast at it. Like, if I were to be like, okay, don't worry, I got it this time, which I totally could. I'm absolutely capable of figuring out what rent should be. But he just has his tabs are probably still open from before, and it's like, and he figures it out. So,
and if you guys ever need any help with doing market rent studies, regardless of what market you're in, it's the same for every market. Yeah. Just go and book a coaching call on our website. Go to reimasters.ca, book a one-on-one coaching call. Give me an hour.
It'll be like a masterclass.
Give me it will. I'll do one-on-one with you. I'll show you exactly how to do it in your market, so that way you know how much you should be charging.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got a vacancy coming up and you're like, shit, what should I be charging? It's not always about what other people are charging. It's also about how competitive are you in the market.
Yeah.
You might be the only type of property compared to others. Perhaps you have something very, very unique that people would pay extra for, and you don't know how much you should be charging for that. Or perhaps you're the only property in the market. I see that a lot. Hey, Red Deer investors, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Red Deer investors are like, oh, this sucks. There's no rent comparables. No, there's nothing else on the market like it. And I'm like, yeah,
do whatever
that's
you
a
want,
good thing. Do whatever you want. You know, supply and demand, right? So but do I charge this much? How much should I charge? What's greedy? Is this, you know what I mean? Am I going to price myself out where nobody's, going to even call me? So you need to know how to find that balance to make sure that you're getting the best possible rent, which is going to get you the best possible profits and the best possible cash flow. So if you guys ever need any help with that, just go to our website. There's a link in the menu to book a one-on-one call. I'll spend an hour with you and I'll show you how to do that.
Yeah. So once we got that out of the way and we have our listing ready to go, ready to deploy, obviously in Alberta, you can't start showing the property until the final month of the tenancy. So in this case, it was August 1st. So you just kind of set that aside until you're ready to start showing the property, and then you can start advertising. So that was kind of one of the pre-step things that you want to do. Also, pre them moving out, you also want to contact them and actually arrange for when you're going to have the final move-out inspection, right? So, in our case, we wait until a little bit closer to. We're not going to email them, 40 days out, 30 days out, being like, hey, so when are you going to be available on the 31st? We wait until a little bit closer to get to that point. But
establish a date and a time.
Establishing a date and a time for the move out. My default is always 12 p.m. on the last day. That's when our lease ends. It makes sense. That's always my first, here's when we'd like to schedule your move out. Does this work? And see if that lands for them.
That's a great date as well, because if you have another tenant lined up to move in on the 1st, then it gives you almost 24 hours to, if anything was left behind, or if there's any quick repairs need to be done that evening or the next morning, you got a little bit of a buffer there to be able to get it all. Even if maybe they're late, maybe they're like, they were supposed to move out at 12, but like, sorry, we got a few more boxes, or the truck broke down, then it gives you a little bit of a buffer so you don't have somebody else lined up with a U-Haul sitting outside waiting, trying to move in, but these people are still trying to make their way out. So it gives you a bit of a cushion.
Yeah, for sure. You want to get that out of the way. And at that same time, since we're already in communication, picking a date and time for that move out inspection, I also like to take that opportunity, since I have them engaged, to send them a cleaning checklist.
Yeah.
And so this is a cleaning checklist that I've put together that covers every surface in the house, behind every appliance, like everything that we expect to be cleaned, which is literally the house from top to bottom. What I want to see is, I want the place, if not professionally cleaned, to look like it was professionally cleaned. Okay, so I want to give them something that is a checklist that says, I have wiped the baseboards, I have spot cleaned the walls, I have cleaned behind the fridge, I have cleaned behind the stove. Like, I want them to be like, oh, okay, I need to clean the window tracks. Okay, yeah, window tracks cleaned. So
it sounds silly.
Yeah.
Window tracks sound silly, but that's the one example that I always think of, is that because it's the one thing that always gets missed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can tell them, I want this place clean. And they can say, yeah, sure, I'll make sure it's clean. But you need to be extremely crystal clear on exactly what you want cleaned. And every time I go into a property afterwards, it's the window tracks that aren't clean. And yet, when they moved in, guess what? The window tracks were clean because the previous tenant did it. Or if they didn't do it, I hired a cleaner to professionally clean the window tracks. I want to know that the blinds are clean. I want to know the window tracks are clean. And that's the standard that we set for each tenant. So that when they move out or they move in, they see, we will point out, window tracks are clean.
Yeah. Guess
what? You're going to clean the window tracks too. Because if the last person didn't do it, this person's not going to do it. The next person's not going to do it. After years, it's going to be completely filthy, full of gunk, and then it's probably going to get stained. We want to make sure that we are taking care of this property. So there's a standard that we start with, And then every time we inspect the property, I'm looking around me like, are they cleaning on a regular basis as well? But when we get this property back, I want to know that it's in the same condition that we received it. And the only way to ensure that is to provide them a checklist and say, here is exactly what needs to be cleaned. Yeah. And if it's not, guess what? We're going to hire someone to do it for you, and it's going to be deducted from your security deposit. Yeah. So you have to give them the exact checklist to go through in order for that to be enforceable.
Yeah, absolutely. And something that a lot of people forget to address is actually the outside areas.
The outside areas? What do you mean?
So the exterior of the house. Okay. So, at the front entrance, is there dirt and gravel and cobwebs everywhere? You want that tidied up as well as the yard. So when they moved in, did you have the yard trimmed and cleaned and weeded and stuff? And are they giving it back to you in that same condition? Mm-hmm. So you can add those onto your cleaning checklist as well, or just address it in the email. But also in that email, I also provide their move-in checklist and say, here's a copy of the move-in checklist so that you can compare the condition that when you moved in to how you are giving it back to ensure that you get your full deposit back.
So the move-in checklist doesn't necessarily go through all of the areas like the window tracks and things like that, or, underneath this or whichever. But the move-in inspection, providing that, the reason that we do that is more so that they know which damages were there, if there were any. Mm-hmm. Any scuffs in the wall, any chips or any divots in the flooring or things like that from previous tenants, so that they know what was there beforehand. Now, if there is something new and we provide them that list or that move-in inspection with enough time, that gives them the opportunity to go and fix those items before the move-out. And do I like that more? It's similar to like the conversation we were having earlier. I would prefer that they take care of it. Mm-hmm. Than me taking possession of it on the last day of the month at 12 p.m. And I've got 22 hours before my next tenant moves in. Now I got to go and patch a wall and paint it. Yeah. There's just not enough time. The mud needs to dry. You know what I mean? The paint, we got to do two layers. Like it's not realistic. So if we can send that off to them and they can see, oh shoot, I guess this was me. It gives them 2, 3, 4 weeks to be able to say, hey, I need to fix this in order for me to get my full damage deposit back.
Correct. Yes. Can I give kind of like a bonus optional tip?
Sure.
I don't do this all the time. I only do it if I feel the need to, like if I'm concerned. But a little bonus tip would be to schedule a quick pop-in inspection of the property, maybe within that last month. So that you can pop in and see with your own eyes, are there damages that either the tenant or if they don't do it myself are going to have to address? Is this place an absolute disaster and I know they're not going to clean it well? You know what I mean? Like it gives you an idea of the state of the property so that maybe you already know, like, I'm going to line up my handyman for, that evening or that following morning, or I'm going to see if I can get a cleaner lined up for that next morning before the next tenant moves in. It's like a little bit of a peace of mind so that you're not walking in blind on that last day going like, oh my God, what happened here? I haven't seen it in 3 or 4 months and I wasn't expecting this.
I like that a lot. I don't like doing it.
Yes.
But I like that a lot. And
it's a little aggressive when the tenant receives that email saying we're doing an inspection while it's usually like, we're moving out, we're packing, there's boxes everywhere. Like, what do you mean? Why are you inspecting? Yeah. So again, I only like to do that if I suspect we might have a problem.
Additionally, and so this is something that we're doing for this particular property that we have a tenants moving out at the end of the month. The reason why we're sending someone down there to go and inspect is because not just to check on any repairs, that's part of it, but also I would like to assess to see if perhaps I might want to do any upgrades. I'm not typically the type of person. Actually, I don't ever recommend doing any upgrade renovations after you've purchased the property. Should I finish the basement? Should I, repaint and things like that? You only do it when you need to.
Right.
because we were talking about return on investment calculation earlier. The more money you put in, the lower your return on investment percentage is.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put any more money in unless it has to be repaired. If you want to do upgrades, you do the upgrades when you buy it. And then you try and get the most use out of it, and try not to put any more money into this property for anything that's not required as much as possible,
Right.
whenever possible. The reason why I'm going to look at this property right now is because there's an opportunity in the market right now to potentially increase rents if we make some minor upgrades. And the total revenue from the increased rent could actually outweigh the cost or cover the cost of the upgrade, the renovation. So for this particular property, I'm actually looking at finishing the basement. It's already partially finished. It's already framed. We just got to slap up drywall and a new light fixture and carpet, and we got ourselves a 4th bedroom. And that's something that I'm seriously looking at because I'd like to do that to increase the rents.
Yeah, and the market right now is showing us that there's demand for it, and therefore opportunity to increase that rent.
So when I go in there or have somebody else go in there, I want them to take a look and see, just because I haven't been there in years, and other people have been there to do inspections, but I haven't. So I can't quite remember if it's all set up as I think it is. And if that's the case, it might only be a few $1,000s, but we have an opportunity to dramatically increase our rents for a demand in the market that's looking for something like that. So again, that'd be another great opportunity or reason to do one last inspection a few weeks before the end of the lease, just to see, or perhaps maybe the whole place needs to be repainted.
Yeah.
Who knows? But you don't know until you look, and I don't want to wait until the 31st to find out, and then we have a new tenant moving in 22 hours later.
Yeah. So we do have one more item that's pre actual move out. And as you can see, like the majority of this list is all pre, like once we get to the actual like move out and post, it's almost like that kind of like wraps up pretty quickly. But the last thing that I was mentioning earlier that I would have almost forgotten about is if it's a property where you had the tenants move the utilities into their own name, you want to move those utilities back into your name and make sure that you give yourself enough time before the end of the month to actually be able to facilitate that.
Don't forget to set up utilities.
Don't forget to set up utilities. My number one mistake.
That is the only thing that Gabby ever forgets.
Yeah.
Is that we will, it's always like, we'll have an agent doing a viewing, and they were like, oh, guys, the lights don't
aren't
work.
Working.
Oh, that's because Gabby forgot to set up utilities.
Sorry, guys. They'll be on in a couple days.
Yeah, and we paid an extra $100 for the setup fee or whatever. Yeah.
For the emergency.
But we will not forget because Gabby's got her checklist.
Yes, correct. Yeah, so now it's time for them to move out. So, just showing up on the predetermined day and time, meeting your tenant there, and performing your move-out inspection. And you have a form for that. You filled the same form out at move-in, so you're just completing the other side of it to compare the state of the property when they moved in compared to the state of the property when they're moving out. And that's really giving you the information that you need as to whether anything needs to be done. And if it does, are you able to deduct it from the tenant's security deposit, right? So if it's a new damage that wasn't noted at move-in, then when you repair it, you can take it out of the security deposit. If something was left dirty that was left clean on move-in, you can deduct the cleaning from the security deposit. So it's really your Bible of, what can and cannot be taken from the security deposit at the end of the tenancies.
Yeah. Our hope is that everything is as it was when they received it. That is our hope.
Best case scenario.
We gain absolutely nothing.
Except extra work.
If they don't do something, if it's not clean or something needs repair. I see too many people be like, well, how much can I take from the security deposit for this? They almost like they're gaining from this. You're not gaining anything. You can only deduct from the security deposit the cost of
you incur,
the cost you incur for them not doing what they were supposed to do. So like if the floor needs to be replaced and you need to deduct $1,500 from their security deposit for the flooring, You're not gaining anything. You're just paying for what you had to pay for. You're taking it from the security deposit. So our goal and our hope is that everything is exactly as how we gave it to them, because that's less work. If they don't, then we have to go and do all this work for free, which sucks. And it actually holds up our ability to be able to find a new tenant. And that might actually cost us more money in that respect. And that is not money that we can go after them for.
Mm-hmm.
So the more proactive you are, and this is why this checklist is so important, the more proactive you are, the more notice that you give them, the more likely they are to remember what their responsibilities are. We want them to do everything that they're supposed to do. So this is just polite, subtle little reminders with the right documentation that they can follow and their own individual checklists. So they get all the things done when they're supposed to get done. They get their full security deposit back, which is exactly what they want, right? And which is exactly what we want. We want them to get it full back. We want exactly what we gave them so that we can go and get our next tenant and move them in and then set it, forget it, and move on and do the things that we want to do most in our life, which is spend time with our family and whatever else it is that you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever your definition of freedom is.
Yeah.
Right? We buy real estate, we buy rental properties to create freedom, right? We do not buy it to reduce our freedom. We do not buy rental properties so that we create a second job, right? And these little things might not seem like much, but if you're not doing this, you're increasing your risk of them not doing what they're supposed to do, which ultimately increases your workload, which prevents you from being able to do the things you want to do in life. Mm-hmm. So all these little systems, though minor and simple, they might not seem like much. They don't have a cool name. They are there for a reason. They are there to protect your time, to protect your freedom, to protect your sanity, so you can spend time with your friends, your family, and the ones that you love doing the things that you like to do. Mm-hmm. Okay? So we hope that you enjoyed today's episode. We hope that your tenants get all their security deposits back. We hope that our tenant does.
Yes.
And that wraps up.
Are you going to skip the final step?
Is there a final step?
Yeah.
Okay, hurry up.
Well, you have to send them their statement of account in Alberta within 10 days of taking back possession of the property.
Or don't.
Or do. Please do. Yeah. Keep yourself out of that murky water.
Yeah, absolutely. But we hope that it all goes well. We hope that I hope that this helped. I hope that this helped streamline the process for you. We hope that it makes it easier. Set up these systems, add these systems into this checklist into your business, so that way you can ensure that your tenants are given proper notice for everything, that they do everything they're supposed to do, and you can reduce that turnover time in between tenants to reduce your vacancies as well. And the less time you have with your rental units empty, the more profits you're going to have, which is going to increase your return on investment and ultimately decrease your risk in your real estate portfolio as well. Okay? So don't forget that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. We will see you guys all tomorrow.
Thanks for listening. Want to be coached personally by Wayne and Gabby? Then you should join the Real Estate Investing Masters Mentorship Program. Details are in the show notes to get started.